Alright, round 3. Let's do this. Alright, so if it isn't obvious, I'm attempting to wrangle with my audio difficulties and, like, the balance of the, game volume versus me talking, and I'm trying to not mumble so much. So we're gonna take another stab at this. Hopefully, by the end of this project, I will actually be, like, relatively competent at this. In the meantime, thank you for bearing with me. And to recap, so at this point, our map has actually become fairly crowded with all these icons of places that we visited. But again, as I mentioned, like, we can't actually go to any of the levels that we've already been to. No grind in this game. Quite deliberately, it has been eliminated here. Now, at this point, we have wandered through our tutorial levels. We've gone through a couple of side quests. We have mostly gone all the way to the Castle Grail, finished the first act, and really sort of opened up the central conflict. We are chasing after Helena because she is apparently wrecking all of Arguil for her nefarious, unknown purposes. We are following our father, King Feobane, as he is going from kingdom to kingdom trying to collect the runestones, and we are doing the same now. We have gotten the runestone from the Castle Grail and sort of absorbed it into our own, so now we have some bonus health and some bonus magic stones to kick around. But we have to go to Kendaria next, and in order to get to Kendaria, we have to cross the Bridge of Sarvan. So on to the Bridge of Sarvan, which will give us, yet another level. At the end of the day, I'm actually kind of impressed with how many levels Lost Kingdoms has. Like, one of the major criticisms of this game is that, there's not enough of it. It's too short, which is a fairly just criticism. Like, it's only 10 hours long, this game, maybe 11, depending on how you play it and how many times that you die. No comment. But at any rate, like, for all that, for the lack of length to this game, it's also pretty impressive how diverse the levels actually are. Like, we get a lot of different places to go and visit by the end of this game. Um, a lot of different, like, areas with different aesthetics in their own right, while also riffing on that central theme that we were talking about of loneliness, of isolation and oppression, of destruction. Um, and the Bridge of Sarvan is distinct as these levels go. It is very much a transitional level, like a sort of pensive, meditative kind of level. Not nearly as much puzzle solving, not nearly as much wandering around, like exploring the place. It's a bridge, which means it's very linear. But I also love the colors on the Bridge of Sarvan here, like this golden. We were clearly approaching this bridge at either dusk or dawn. We got these long shadows from the sun, which is presumably over the horizon somewhere, though obviously our camera won't look at it. Um, it's some really interesting, like, it's this really sort of calm, tranquil, neat area. Very different from a lot of what we've encountered thus far. And I appreciate that about the game. Like, again, it's as much as it is thematically consistent, there is variety to the locations here and to what's going on. Um, Also, side note, so I have actually used the Banshee at this point. In the next battle, I'll make sure to use it again to sort of, like, point out what it does. The Banshee is a pretty important card in, like, the seven among the 7 people who, like, actually play this game. Um, the Banshee is widely considered, like, just really overpowered, maybe even broken. But, like, I don't even know how to exactly criticize it insofar as um, you know, again, it's sort of kind of this really important card with this really important cultural distinction. It's really powerful, it does a lot of damage, it's really long range, and thus very easy to use. It's a great weapon card, it's super cheap. I think it was deliberate on the part of the developers to include the Banshee card as this really powerful tool, especially to sort of like get you through the game if you didn't want to, you know, think through the strategy and tactics for a lot of what else is going on. Like it's kind of like the noob tube in Call of Duty in that way. Sorry, this puzzle is actually kind of a tricky one, and here I am talking about Banshee. Hopefully, I'll solve it, and we can just not worry about it. All right, we need to lower the gold one without lowering the red one. Okay, I got this. I got this. All right, turn to the right. Sorry. Anyway, the Banshee is super powerful. It is often criticized as being too powerful, but it is also sort of like weirdly become this metric for how to actually do the game. Like if you, the one game FAQ's strategy guide for this game and for Lost Kingdoms 2, like frequently if you're trying to capture a certain monster, it'll be like, this is how many times you have to hit it with the Banshee card before it's weak enough to capture. And it's like, so Banshee is the standard by which we judge a monster's like power level. This is something constant about the game at this point. So I don't know. Like the new noob tube, it is definitely there to be powerful, to be cheap, to be constantly usable. And I definitely know, you know, players who have reported that they just like keep nothing but banshees in their deck all the time. So you know, I don't know exactly how to report on this. Besides the fact that it is a phenomenon, it is worth knowing if you're going to like look into this game more. Alright, so it's what? The blue and white there? The colors aren't great either, which is, like, unhelpful. I don't want to spend all of my magic stones solving this problem. Alright, so that's white here. That's green? I don't even know. Alright, if that's red and that's gold, then this has to be blue. So we want to lower blue without lowering white. Gotcha. That's blue and white. Okay, I think the other one has a blue and gold option. Anyway, Banshee, really awesome, really powerful, maybe broken, probably intentional, gets a lot of hate for no good reason. Um, and this puzzle's kind of a bear. But we got it now, in your face. Up we go, round and around. What do we get? What is it? What is it? It's another Mind Flayer. I actually added the Banshee during my little hiatus when we weren't actually visible. Anyway, here is the Banshee, and this is why it is so crazy powerful. Just look at that madness. Like, I missed the Chimera somehow. Not sure how, actually, but whatever. Giant Crab! In your face! Wreck your day. Giant Crab forever. Also, Flare Spawn. Shocking. Yeah, that Chimera has a lot of health and does a lot of damage. It is very scary, which is why I'm giving it quite a wide berth and letting the Siren just kind of like sit here in the middle of us. Because I don't actually want to get up close and personal. But now I got the Sandworm, so we're going to do it anyway. Sandworm! Love that opening animation. I hate that one, though. What is that even? Just Sandworm just pooping his way out here. How about some Cockatrice action? There we go. Not a great type matchup, it still does the job. Probably should have tried to capture it, honestly. Chimera is a heck of a card. It is scary, and they are very scary monsters, but it is quite the card, and it is a little tricky to come by. Maybe if I see another one, I'll be able to time it a little better. Running after fairies. It's getting away. Siren! Apparently we don't have to capture that one either. Alright, how do we get down? Okay, there's the stairs. Maybe they were around here somewhere. It's like, I want that red fairy. There's no way I'm leaving here without that red fairy. Yes, I'm going to Kendaria Castle. And yes, he is a little eccentric. Yeah, we'll be meeting Mr. Kendari pretty soon. And he is very unusual as characters go in this game. Insofar as he's not just like a, you know, static and like barely animated dead guy or nearly dead guy hanging around the periphery of this game. He is one of the few male characters with lines and animations, but we'll see exactly how that works when we run into him shortly. No escape for blue fairies in this level. Onward! Oh, we're almost done. Hooray! Yep, that puzzle. That puzzle is like 80% of this level. 3 stars! Rip off. Just because, you know, I didn't beat up that many monsters. Whatever. There's also no rare card on this one. Not sure why. I feel like the Chimera should definitely be in the bonuses here, but whatever. We get the Siren, we get the Evil Eye. We'll call it a day. On to Kendaria Castle. But first, because always, gotta go to the apothecary, get all my cards sorted out. No more of that, you know, trying to get rid of some of the cards that I dislike most. I'm also checking for side quests. Yes! An old woman who needs medicine. I need some special herbs that only grow in Robach. So it's time to, like, actually do a favor for Gerd herself. So we're going to get, like, magic herbs for the old lady's potions. But there are abominable snowmen who guard them, so we might need to worry about that. That's okay. We're hearing it to once. Alright, I said that we'd go to Kendaria, so let's do that first. Plus, I happen to know this is really brief and not actually a full level. So here's our Kendaria king, and he's, you know, the worst. He just dismisses us out of hand, and he's presented as being foppish and greedy and, you know, not respecting whatsoever. Notice how opulent the whole castle is? Like, it's really out there. Especially considering all of the locations we've found that are, like, wrecked and stuff. But, oh, it's all show. Their runestone has been stolen. So it's going to be up to us to go track down the thief to this mine, at which point we will take care of the thief ourselves, since something has gone horribly wrong. So yeah, notice the emphasis there, like, as much as that's just this sort of short little cutscene, we get this very vivid picture of what's going on with Kendaria. Specifically that they're very wealthy, presumably because they have this, like, jewel mine, but they are all show. Like, despite the apparent opulence of the king and the castle, their runestone is gone. It's been stolen from them. It's empty, hollow. Which brings us, you know, a little bit more emphasis on that whole, like, you know, the on the one hand, the female versus male dynamic, where, like, the guy is just putting on the show, whereas, you know, here we've been following Katia this whole time, and the female characters we've been running into really are the movers and shakers of this world between Katia, Gerd, and Helena. So, you know, once again, we sort of see a man who is presented as incompetent or useless, but in this case, it's particularly exaggerated. Like, there's no forgetting how bad the Kendaria king is at his job compared to, like, King Feobane, which admittedly can't solve this particular problem, but is at least making a good show of trying. And notice, too, you know, that wealth is going to be significant in Lost Kingdoms 2. Like, the Kendaria are actually going to be the primary enemies in Lost Kingdoms 2, which kind of makes sense because, you know, between the dismissal here, they kind of pose themselves as, like, being pretty lousy. Um, anyway, let's fight us some abominable snow people, shall we? Go, my sandworm. Double hits. Ow. Couldn't move fast enough, though. No, don't hit him. He's got so little health. Oh. Alright, that should buy us some time. Wow, just wrecking my poor man trap. How about you take a break, pal? Oh, that did not freeze him. Darn it, fire gargoyle, why do I even try? Alright, we got him with the flare spawn though, but he is not dropping much in the way of magic stones. Also, I'm getting really knocked around on this one. Oh, 1! Perfect. What do we upgrade? What do we... Oh, there we go. How about a wizard? Oh, we didn't capture it because he's a boss, but even so, he gets the experience, which is good. Get somebody who otherwise would not be able to get that experience. And in the meantime, hey look, it's the Fruit of the Mandragora, one of the 3 doodads we're supposed to get. Also, fairies hiding in sleds. But what will happen if we get all the runestones, I wonder? Really? Monster fight? Come on. We're already having a rough time here. Just watch, this will be the level where I die next. I don't know why, like, I don't usually die on the early levels, but of course, the one time I go to record everything, it all becomes a mess. Captured! Sand Golem with the experience. I get another land shark. Yeah, land shark! Alright, there's a little health. Make this a bit easier. Flying Ray. That looks enticing. Oh, well, that's one way to get there, I suppose. We'll just hop right down and take it. But of course, it's all hobgoblins. Those monsters. It was just a trap, and now we're stuck down here. I do really enjoy the misdirects here. Like, the game designers definitely know how the player is going to sort of behave. You know, by putting all those hobgoblins there, they make it look like there's this really great treasure sitting down there, and then of course you go and you get it, and it's like, oh crap, now I'm stuck, and the treasure is actually garbage. And what's more, now you've got all this area that you've got to, like, fight through, and not that it's that big a deal. If I had just aimed a little better, I probably could have, like, hit both of them. Go Demon Hound! Having a little trouble with the camera, though. Darn these chasm areas. Makes the camera work a little bit trickier. Come on, Demon Hound. Really? Get a little closer, man. Or just ignore him. That's fine. Ow. It's fine. Alright. Real close to capturing that one on the left. Oh, it just died because poison. Never mind. That's fine. And they got my Demon Hound, or I might have just actually, like, abandoned it. Oh well. Lizard Man for the win. Lizard Man and cockatrice. Yeah, this area probably could have afforded a second pass, what with all the chasm walls getting in the way of the combat. Use up magic stones to smash the ice. But I need those magic stones for the ensuing battle. How about some Wraith? Maybe I'll hit him. Maybe I won't. Now we're very much out of magic stones. This is going to be bad, folks. Professor Kozlowski dies again. Oh, got some magic stones out there, though. Took some hits. Yep, this is not going well. That's what I get for presenting myself as like the expert regarding this game. Immediately, I am challenged by my hubris. Alright, we charmed him. That'll buy us some time. Just hop around, causing no trouble for a while. All you, Demon Hound. Alright, did a little bit of damage. A little more. Now we've got enough to work with. Venus Spider! That sucked. And then I missed the Banshee because he was stunned. This is not good. Not too bad, though. Can still pull this off. Elephant, can you finish him? Yes! Not today, Ice Golem. Not today. I will live to walk another 4 feet. Notice that while she's at low health, she actually slows down. Like, the animation changes. She doesn't have quite the spring in her step that she usually does. On the one hand, I'm like, wow, that's a really interesting design decision because, you know, it emphasizes her suffering, emphasizes her pain. On the other hand, it's like, wow, that's a really crappy design decision because now, you know, when you desperately need to make a turnaround, you're actually weaker than you would be normally. Bit of a mixed bag there, honestly. I'm not entirely sure what to make of it. Like, I think it is meant to make it more difficult. Like, in the same vein, I mean, these are the same guys who do Dark Souls. It kind of has that, you know, oh, you died? Well, screw you. Now you have half health for the rest of the game. Like, it kind of echoes that sort of decision. But it also makes sense, like, within the context of the game, within the context of the world, within, you know, the way that humans actually function. I'll buy it. At the very least, it is, like I said, an interesting decision. Making the game a little bit more difficult when you are at low health. Plus, there are all these deck points now. It's like going down that little slope and fighting that ice golem was a bad call. Like, it was just an elaborate trap. And again, that's also some design decision that is, like, very evident in Dark Souls as well. Those sort of tempting, like, areas with treasures or something that turn out to be worthless, a misdirect that ultimately screws you over. But you'll notice we are back to where we started. Like, there's that 3 chest lineup that we saw originally. Here's the frozen lake that we had sort of avoided. And now it's time for some more Abominable Snowman Sasquatch fighting. But now we've got all of our cards that we picked up along the way, which is basically like land sharks and giant crabs, apparently. Which is fine with me, because giant crab is awesome! Oh, yeah! Get that card. They really aren't, though. Like, they really don't do that much damage. And they are fairly hard to use, for that matter. But we'll do it again! Get him, land shark! Notice that the land shark has AI very similar to the sand beetle. Like, it's doing that, you know, hit and fade sort of attacking, but where the sand beetle has, like, those jaws that it hits with, the land shark is literally, like, body slamming this thing. but it is also equally fragile, so upsides and downsides all around. How about some flying ray for you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Flying ray, massive experience, very good. All right, we got our bark of tree ant, 2 down, 1 to go. And random fight. Lots of water monsters on this in this area. All right, this is where we got like all those hobgoblins. So we're just gonna go hog wild hobgoblin, and they definitely took one out already because they're hobgoblins and they suck. I mean, I know you're trying, hobgoblin. I know you're trying. You're just not good. Like, look at you. We've got some crazy AI hokey pokey going on here. And everything is dead now. Alas. Oh, got some good stones, though, so now we can actually do stuff. How about some elephant, land shark? Oh, it dodged. Confound it, get back here. That's right. Gotta use those weapon cards against those dodgy monsters. Alright, back to the deck point. Right, did I miss the third tree? Is that something that happened? No, there's like more level to go. Hooray, another giant crab. But what is the sign for? Why, thank you. Oh boy. More of this nonsense. Yes, Sand Beetle, you show that flying ray. Oh, Sand Beetle just wrecks everyone. Hooray for good type matchups. Oop, get that last one. Interesting. The Enchanter again. People trying to get runestones for the Enchanter. So apparently, these insinuation there, if we're to follow our Red Fairy's suggestion, is that the whoever stole that runestone from the Kendari may be working directly for the Enchanter. But you know, doesn't the Enchanter have Helena working for him? Question mark. The plot thickens. But let's go get this last fight over with and move on with the main plot. Ow. Assuming, you know, I don't die. Giant crab! In your face. Getting a lot of giant crab action this time around. Not that I'm complaining. Oh, that's not great. Giant crabs forever! Ow. It's fine. I'm fine. Sand beetle and land shark, go! Carbuncle. Oh, it's hurting now. That did it. Not sure who got the kill, but that did it. Land shark. All land shark. Everything's coming up land shark. And that's the last one. Mantrap leaf. I found all 3 herbs. Dang straight. That's what I just said. A lot of damage this time. Oh, 2? 2? Really? Come on. I'll get an elephant out of it. Missed the Sasquatch, though. That level was rough. Alright. Let's take out that Dark Raven now that we've got all the stuff that it makes. And we'll put in the Fire Golem. Why not? Oh, we should save. Been a while since I've done that. Very good. On to the Yprek Mines. Let's track down that stolen runestone. Which may have been stolen for the enchanter, question mark? Who knows? Notice again the re-emphasis on how rich the Kendaria, or the Kendari actually are. Like, this is, again, pretty consistent subtext here, that they've just got all the money, that they've got this, like, foppish, Baroque thing going on. Very, you know, like, France circa Louis XIV. Oh, Caterpoker. Got a lot of reach there. But not a lot of health. Come on, Hobgoblin. Now's your time to shine. You got the type advantage and everything. Nope. You just died. You just, like, didn't even try. How about this? Haha! Flare spawn capture. Also, this is another one of those where I really enjoy the level design. Like, all these little crystal stone things standing around. It's really interesting. Like, this really neat contrast between the dark stone of the level and, like, the dark environment that we're running around in, but also these, like, glowing crystal things. It's neat. I like it. Alrighty. We are once again at a type disadvantage here, with all of these earth cards showing up in my hand. Well, split the difference and failed both. Hey, look, a card. What do you know? Alright, big hunkin' targets like Caterpoker are pretty vulnerable to cards with a fairly strange hit radius like Wraith, so we'll just take advantage of that. And finish him off with the Dragon Knight. Alright, Jack-o'-lantern. I know your deal. Nothing but trouble, this guy. But not terribly robust. So what do we got here? It's the Golden Goose. Yeah, you're probably not going to see me play the Golden Goose. Like, I might play it just to, you know, because I'm doing a Let's Play, and I should probably show you all the cards at some point. But the Golden Goose is absolutely useless. Like, not, you know, it is a bad card that is poorly designed. Like, it is deliberately useless. It is just, like, it literally is an independent monster that you summon. It doesn't have an attack. It runs around, and then it spontaneously dies. But it's worth, like, 3,000 gold if you sell it, so it's kind of to your advantage to play it anyway. But that's the whole shtick with the Golden Goose. Like the Kendari, it is a card that is very rich looking, very wealthy in its appearance, with no substance to it whatsoever. Meanwhile, we meet this guy, this Kendari warrior, who's apparently scared out of his boots. What are you doing in a place like this? Once again, we have this questioning why the Princess of Alanja is doing all this stuff. But we're going deeper, and Mr. Cowardly Kendari Warrior is gonna accompany us. It's an escort mission. But notice the dynamic here. Like, notice the reversal that you would normally expect from a typical video game. Like, you were going to be the strong, armored warrior protecting the princess from the monsters, but now we are the princess protecting the cowardly warrior from the monsters. Um, so, yeah, he's going to take care of us. That's how this is going to go down. Yep, totally how this works. Real quick, though, we are going to run down and grab this chest. He'll be fine, I promise. Big, strong, armored guy like that. I'm sure he'll be fine. Oh, gee, what made you stop, good soldier? Notice his panic. Ah! And now he's just going to, like, huddle there. Just terrified out of his mind. You'll also notice, like, as a sort of convenient tidbit, in this level, all these boxes, basically everything that breaks drops tons of magic stones. Again, sort of driving home the opulence of this place. We're going to catch you. Thanks, Sand Golem. Get some good experience for my Sand Golem. Get a Jack-o'-lantern card. All win. Nothing there. Yep, nothing was there. Nothing to worry about, dude. Everything's fine. See, I told you you'd be okay with me along to protect you. Come on, let's keep going. Yep. You keep telling yourself that. Keep massaging that poor, fragile masculinity of yours, while ladies like us get the real work done. Yeah, the game will not actually let us progress without, poor Kendaria guy here. Ooh, Katoblapaz! I have no idea if that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. It's just a really interesting word. Maybe look it up in your D&D monster manual. See if they have a pronunciation guide there. But yeah, he is crazy powerful, especially in a situation like this where he can, like, sit in the corner. But conveniently, you can get up close to him like this, and his neck is actually longer than his attack range, so, you are perfectly safe as long as you are near. So we're just going to stand here and watch as Demon Hound finishes him off. Thanks, Demon Hound. You're a pal. Nothing there again? It's like you're hallucinating. Alright, what else do we have here? Alright, we already got that chest. There's a chest down here. That's good. Take that. What's inside? Another Caterpoker. Seem to be swimming in those now. Oh, hey. Hey, dude. Oh, the wrong turn. Oh, no. Well, worked the first time. More Demon Hound. That's right. Doesn't stand a chance. Thanks, Demon Hound. Let's keep going. I know the general understanding of escort quests is that they are, like, universally tedious, and this is definitely falling into that category insofar as we do have to kind of wait for this guy to get from level to level. But it is kind of a nice change of pace, even so. They all got killed. Looks like the soldiers in the armies aren't terribly effective in this runestone monster world. Go figure. Another carbuncle. Let me guess, another monster. Why don't they pick on somebody else? Come on, dude. That was a neat little move there. Caterpoker Yeah, Caterpoker is ripe for the capture. Thank you. I'm probably going to miss him. He's too close now. Oh, never mind. I did hit him. I'll finish him with the orc. Another Caterpoker. Mr. Warrior is ready to move again. Another chest. What do we got today? Will-o-wisp. Hooray! Where did he go? Oh, there you are. Ah! Quite a crew this time. Look at all these people. These dang monsters. Sandworm! Come back here! Darn it, jack-o'-lantern. Point was to hit you with it. Well, this is annoying. Ow. Jack-o'-lantern's right for the catch again. Ow. Alright. What do you want to catch him with this time? Ooh, fire gargoyle. Gotcha. I hope there's a deck point around here pretty soon. We're running low on health. How about some health from the fairy? Nope, nope, stones. Chests, though. Oh, there's a deck point. Perfect. Rebus. Rebus is good, especially with low health. Another Caterpoker. We're just swimming in these things now. And another Caterpoker, because why not? Yeah, sure, we'll put the golden goose in. Why not? So many Caterpoker. Alright, so are you gonna, like, come and fight the big bad guy with me, or no, he's just gonna stand there shaking. Like, I feel like we should get him one of those shock blankets. He seems to be really in need of a shock blanket, like one of those big ones that the MTs have. You can tell that he's having a very bad day. Very stressful being a soldier in these very dark, scary mines. Looking for that, whoever it is, big, scary thief guy who's apparently, like, killing off the entire Kendaria army. Do not steal gems. Right, because the sign is really going to be the deciding factor on that one. Like, I came here to steal gems, but now that I saw that sign, nope, no stealing gems for me. Ooh. This looks like a bad dude. Puppet Master. Smell a runestone. Do they smell? Is that a thing? Uh-oh! That girl. It's her! She has a runestone! The enchanter would have killed you sooner or later, so you won't mind if I accelerate your fate. So yeah, this guy, this puppet master, seems to definitely be an employee or something of the enchanter, whatever that means. Alright, this is going to get dicey. So I'm summoning Jack-o'-lantern, and again, this is like the one time I'm going to do this, because he actually hits everyone, including you, for damage. Which I don't care for so much, because I've got enough problems keeping my health up, if it isn't obvious. But whatever. Gotta show it off once. Now this I could get into. We'll just drop the stone head on him. Yeah, that's right. Tons of damage. Good times. Alright. Man, I am definitely going to be, like, shooting myself in the foot on this fight. Maybe I should wait until I've done a little more damage before I, like, summon the Golden Goose and use up all my runes or magic stones on something that isn't actually going to participate in the fight all that much. Counterpoker! We got tons of those to spare. Yeah, Puppet Master's tough. He's fairly strong, lots of hit points, not dropping a lot of runestone or magic stones, but, you know, part of the idea here is that you can get them from these giant crystals that are sitting around. We will be fighting more of these Puppet Masters later. They're bad news, just fairly across the board. Come on, Carbuncle. The whole idea of summoning you was you knock out some of those stones and get me some more magic stones. Alright, it is going slightly better now, sort of. Not doing great on health. Ooh, but we got Rebus. We got Rebus! There's nothing to worry about. We got a Rebus! Another pretty solid animation there, I think. And getting health. Hooray, getting health. Excuse me while I just take these. I'm sure you won't miss them. Poisoned him. Yes! You missed. Come on, Caterpoker, you got this. Alright. Yank him back there because, as you can see, he's getting real low, and it's time to, like, take advantage of the fact that we are actually sitting on this Golden Goose. So like I said, if you summon Golden Goose, it just, like, runs into the ground and dies, which is why we always use him to, like, hit people manually. I just got a Golden Goose kill on the boss, because I'm insane like that. Alright, so, hooray, Golden Goose. Puppet Master is defeated. The Royal Badge of Kendaria adorns the uniforms of the dead soldiers. Rough. I think we can actually, like, hop down here and explore the rest of the mine some more if we really wanted to, but I don't think there's anything left for us to grab. So we'll just get the runestone in this chest and keep on moving. How'd we do? How'd we do? Oh, really? 2 stars again? You're killing me, game. No Puppet Master for me. You'll notice that the Puppet Master is, in fact, a monster, not a runestone user. Like, unlike Helena, who was casting cards and doing her own thing, the Puppet Master very much operates like an independent monster in his own right. So, kind of unclear whether he's really, like, an independent entity working for the Enchanter or just a monster controlled by the Enchanter. Yay, Whipworm! But that'll do for our adventures in Kendaria. We've successfully captured the Kendari runestone, despite the fact that the king didn't have anything to do with it, and that guy's a loser and bad at his job, and he should feel bad about it. The 3rd runestone. But yes, apparently the Enchanter has a following in a book of ancient pagan religion. Still haven't found King Theobain, though. Time to go to White. Maybe he'll be there. But I believe that will do for our adventures in Arguil for today. We got the 2nd runestone. Well, technically the 3rd, because, you know, we started with the 1. Up to 200 health. Hooray. Successfully navigated Kendaria, got the thief out of the way, all good stuff. Next time we will venture into white and hopefully find King Feobane, the poor guy. So we'll call it for today and start in again next time.